Oh, I didn't hear that. Am I not getting sound on here? That might be a problem. Yeah, pretty much. Wait. Okay, yeah, it's because it's muted. Oops. I screwed up. That's my fault. That's okay. I want to show off some fun stuff anyway with the menu there. And yeah, we're on emulator because I'm really bad at this game and I'm probably going to need the save states because hey, it's back in the day.
And now we have the lineup of Shrek Kong, Jetpack Kong, Mini-Me Kong, Long Kwai Kong, and Salsa Kong. DK64, bitches.
Thank you, Robot, for pronouncing that in a very funny way, and thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, I'm on emulator today and operating this with a keyboard because I'm going to need these save states. This is a game that has limited continues and is very hard, also known as a platformer from the 90s. So for those of you who haven't seen my keyboard before, my new keyboard, I'll link that. I didn't show this off on Friday because I'm a buffoon. But, yeah, and it looks quite nice, but, yeah, very, very sensitive. Like, I can ghost over keys and it'll be like, oh, yeah, by the way. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, so hopefully this doesn't go too badly. I do own this game on Sega Genesis, and I have a Sega Genesis. Plus, as I alluded to, there's like a million different ways that you can legally emulate this. Basically, you know, all those different collections that of Sega Genesis games are basically guaranteed to have Vectorman, because maybe Sega owns the rights now, but you may have just barely caught it. This was developed by a company called Blue Sky Software, which is no longer in existence, and has nothing to do with any social media, by the way, but obviously you knew that. So let's reload here and we can check this out. So rather uniquely to Vectorman, okay, I got to remember what the controls are. A and B are shoot and C is jump. So they kind of give you a little playable demo here on the Sega logo screen. And up there, you can just barely see the thing that I'm shooting at up there. Pop that open. It's got an item in it. And this will give you a special weapon, one that you will be able to use later in the thing. Everybody cover your eyes, this is gonna get bright. Never mind. We're gonna get kicked out again. Okay, so I'm trying to give people a little bit of warning here, game. Don't be such an asshole. Although I mean the flashing is pretty strong anyway. Ooh. That's murder now that I'm an adult, and it shuts off the Sega logo. Isn't that cool? I love this game, at least for reasons like that. Okay, now we let it idle for a second, and yes, indeed, Blue Sky Software, a company that no longer exists. Would be a little bit awkward nowadays, as I joked about earlier. I love this theme, too, by the way. Just this... I'm gonna say a lot of like, man, I love this game, and it's gonna reward me as I deserve by absolutely whipping the shit out of me. See, we got a whole sound test and everything. Do I like these I'll deal with these controls, I think. And we got some difficulty settings here with, you know, fun names. Lame, wicked, and insane. Yeah, this game is 90s as fuck, as you can tell. We're putting this on the easy difficulty because this game is gonna kill me. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to view the information page, so that way that can give us a little bit of tutorial here. This is... I am going to get absolutely annihilated by this, and there is no possibility that that's not the case. So yeah, this will let us see what all the things look like. All our health orbs here. The max health will add us some extra health. Now, this is sort of giving us a little bit of a spoiler here that Vectorman can transform into a couple of different forms. I don't recall ever having seen the missile morph anywhere. But it's been so long since I've played through most of this that, yeah. And a couple of different weapons. Our machine gun will bounce off of walls. This bolo gun is our thing that pierces through enemies. The wave gun, now it's like the wave beam. You get a shield. And there's our screen nuke. Now, here's an interesting thing. The multipliers will multiply the value of health and 1-ups as well. So, if you get stuff at the right time, you can get massive ups. I don't think I've ever seen the 10 times multiplier, by the way. These things are worth points. The TVs contain our items. If you destroy the satellite dish, you can go to a bonus level. And it has a shield generator attached to it because why not, right? So, hey, cool. They teach us a little bit about things that exist in the game. It's not a complete manual, but I mean, for the 90s, that's pretty generous. It's 2049 and Earth's cities, forests, and ice caps are fouled with toxic sludge. Humanity has escaped to the stars, leaving mechanical orbots to clean up. Well, what are you guys doing with the rest of Earth, is my question. One powerful orbot, Raster, get it? Raster and Vectorman, oversees the cleanup through a planet-wide comm net. Yeah, you guys throwing fun terms like that aren't. Tragedy strikes when, in error, attendants connect a salvaged nuclear bomb to Mr. Master Control. What the fuck? a nuclear bomb. How do you do that? Warhead is born. Yeah, look at him. He's literally got a missile for a head, as you would expect. And he stands for tyranny, hatred, and oppression. By Warhead's decree, Earth is forged into an instrument of death for the remaining humans, none of whom we're going to ever get to see. Vectorman looks very yellow as he lands on his space barge after delivering a load of sludge to the sun. I don't know, somehow dumping your toxic waste into the sun still seems like it would cause a little bit of, like, I don't know, interstellar indigestion? I'm not sure that that's the right phrase, but listen here. Unhindered by evil mind control. Yeah, because I guess Warhead, like, controls all the other robots. Or Raster, as his name is. He will not rest until we get skipped ahead here. How dare you try to read our plot, you fool. So, yeah, expect a lot of blinking and flashing and stuff, and there's some pretty excellent, like, shading on Vectorman. Like, look at that. When we shoot, we glow like that. And we're standing under a thing, and we're very darkened up. The shading on this is very extreme. I actually think this looks pretty cool. But a large part of that may be nostalgia. I played this game a lot as a kid, and I got annihilated by it repeatedly. I think I only ever made it to, like, level 7 or so, legitimately. And on the other hand, I remember it being a lot of fun to play. Also, a little bit of slightly undercooked sampled speech there. And yes, Geometry Man indeed, by the way, Retro. Hello, hope you're having a nice evening. Unfortunately, we're low on ammo, so now we get that annoying noise. That blue thing is what a checkpoint looks like. Well, blue and yellow. I didn't even give you a good look at it, though, so why am I even telling you that, right? Watching someone stream FF15, I see. Not sure how I feel about 15. I have not played it, but based off of what I've seen, it's probably an okay game. Listen, I gotta put it this way. There's not much that they can go in terms of, like, not going up after 13. A game that just never played well no matter what. Also, hey, check it out. We managed to get 3 1-ups out of that because of our 3x multiplier. So already you can see that that's a very cool thing. But as much as that probably sounds like, oh, that's really overpowered, trust me, we're gonna need all of them, so you know, don't be surprised if I end up just completely pissing those away. I believe there's no difference between the red and blue checkpoints, but if you are a Vectorman expert in the audience, oddly enough, then feel free to let me know. Oh wait, we got extra time, so I think that's what the red one was. Is this actually like an extra time thing? And we get a fairly average looking warplane with maces on it for some reason. But otherwise, a fairly average looking warplane. And it's only vulnerable when its bottom is open, so that way it can start dropping bombs on you. You know, again, kind of classic platformer stuff of, hey, you have to be vulnerable to the enemy to be able to hurt it. The spiked balls meta. Hello! New viewer, I hope you're having a nice evening. I mean, we're off to a pretty good start. We've got a good chunk of lives. But I assure you that won't last. I just don't know when this game is actually gonna, you know, try to break it off. Oh, god damn it. Why did I just... Oh. Yeah, sorry. I pressed the wrong button on my thing and something happened. And that's the sound that you make when you die. In my defense, I did accidentally open up, like, a color palette thing on the emulator. So, oops. That's the first time, I believe, ever that I have died to that particular boss, Metalhead. And yeah, just a boss-only stage. A little bit of a demonstration of the, like, hey, check out our 3D graphics that we can do a little bit of on the Genesis. Also, yeah, certain enemies can be killed by your jump jets from your second jump. I would not recommend doing that. It's not necessarily always going to be super easy to pull off. In fact, I think I always kind of knew the hitbox on that was a little bit chunky. And I just may not necessarily have had the way to process that when I was younger. And hey, instant upgrade to our molt. Thank you. Thank you, game. That's right, we immediately got our banana upgrade. Wait, no, I've been thinking about Balatro too much again. Sorry. I don't have a problem. Because I refuse to call it a problem. Ooh, did that give us a... I think that gave us an extra life, because... Yeah, I haven't been caring anything about points, because, I mean... It's a platformer. And we're in such a time period now where we're so unused to points being considered a thing that matters. Hi, by the way. Hope you're having a great evening as well. They're Vloopy. V-Loopy. Yeah. This isn't necessary. This is a pretty tough game. Sorry. So we're sort of at this point in where people generally think, yeah, the points don't really matter too much. unless it's a game specifically designed around that. But, I mean, lives do kind of matter, and again, in a case like this, not an easy game, and if they give you lives for scoring, that, hey, that means the points do matter. But also, we are kind of at a point where a lot of that is very outdated in video games nowadays. Because, understandably, people kind of don't like the idea of being kicked out of the game, basically. You know, they don't like limited continues and stuff like that anymore. And I'm with them. What's replaced it, strangely enough, at least in some games, and I guess I don't know how common this is in a lot of stuff nowadays, my references are slightly dated, is that you'll get something like in the Dark Souls games, or Shovel Knight, or Hollow Knight, which we played on here. I haven't played Shovel Knight on this channel. Maybe I should. Where when you die, you will instead lose something. And typically it's like your money for Shovel Knight and Hollow Knight, although Hollow Knight also, I believe, restricted your max HP until you got your spirit thing back. I haven't played that game in a while. And for anyone who's like, hey, are you gonna go back to it? Yeah, I'll go back to it when they actually announce, when there's actually some reason to believe that Silk Song is real. Okay? That's when I'll go back to it. Because, as far as I can tell, Silk Song just seems to be, like, completely stonewalled, or scope crept, or a gag that people didn't realize was just a gag. It's hard to say for sure. But, simply put, it is the Kingdom Hearts 3 of indie games. So far. Not insofar as it's like, oh yeah, super complicated lore, although who the hell knows, right? It's not out yet. But in that, like, there's been so much, it's been announced and so little has been done with it in terms of any of that. As far as we know, that we shouldn't believe it until it's in our hands. Kind of like what happened with Metroid Dread. And Metroid Prime 4. And quite frankly, any Metroid game. Don't believe that's real until you actually can own it yourself. So now we move from one water... Oh, I did it again. Thankfully, we're not in any danger. We move from one water level to a significantly colder one. Also, yeah, if you run into the wall and just... Vectorman will do stuff like that. I love his idle animations and stuff. Just a very good use of the character design. It hits a certain specific, like... I'm not sure how to put it correctly. But it's like, okay, yeah, this is very much a 90s, very 90s character design. They're trying very hard to make this dude cool. But they also made him, like, very funny and entertaining, and you can see he's capable of this level of physical comedy. And getting hit by things like that and dying to bubbles. As you do. Yeah, I think we've all had a day like that, right? Where we've just touched a bubble and just fucking died. fish transformation lasted like 2 frames. Yeah. Nice. Okay, yeah, so I guess it's a free life every 40,000 points. As you can tell, this level is pretty simple. It's just sort of, you know, ascend, deal with ice physics. Don't do that. Don't do what Donnie Don't does. They could have made this simpler. That's a Simpsons reference that I didn't get right, I don't think, but I wasn't trying very hard. We skipped an item, but I think we'll probably be okay. Anything good there? That looks like wave beam. All right. Oh, right, that's what the missile is. Okay, I gotcha. All right, so yeah, we got a stage boss here. It's some sort of like nasty pterodactyl bot kind of thing here. It's best dealt with basically by just doing this. And just trying to stay out of the line of fire. Because obviously you can get absolutely trashed if you're in the line there, but otherwise, yeah. And then we get a second mini-boss in the form of this bear. Who I'm surprised didn't do anything else, but I guess it moves that slowly and just shoots straight forward. So, not horrible? I'll take not horrible. But also, I'll be right back. I'm back, everybody. So, this level, this one has a bonus stage in it. If I can remember how to get to it, I will show it off. And if I don't, I won't. Obviously. Also, we got a couple of chicken walkers in here. They do little backflips when you shoot them for some reason. Also, yes, I'd just like to emphasize how easy it is to get absolutely snowballed in terms of... I feel like there's better ways for me to express it than to use the word snowballed, but also... it's very easy to take massive amounts of hits very quickly. In fact, I feel like you simply do not have invincibility frames. Or at the very least, they are so few that you may as well not have them. Hey, at least we got our health back from that immediately. That's nice. Oh, I'm not allowed to do that. Okay. Thank goodness for that 3x. That is giving us so much health back. Truly the MVP of the team is the frickin' multiplier, man. I love the look of that little gun enemy, by the way. Just, it definitely looks like it was kind of cobbled together in a very particular way. And there's our orb shield. If I can figure out how the fuck to get out of here. Like, come on, I got in. Game. There we go. I probably was just jumping too high. Oh, I hit something there. Well, here's our shielded radar dish. So again, if I find the shield generator, I will show that off, but that's a big if. Especially because we don't have a ton of time left. And I'm gonna have to figure out how to get through this chucklehead. What, do you want me to shoot his... that thing? Well, he jumps if I try to jump over him, so... that is not a good... that's not gonna be a good time, that's for sure. Can I get a bomb, please? I can get a wave shot. That's not gonna do quite what I want it to, unfortunately. So that's a pretty rough obstacle. Yeah, no two ways about it. I don't exactly know how to deal with that offhand. Okay, well, that's how you get to this. Pity it's just a full recovery and not a health booster, but I'll take it anyway. We had taken some damage, we could have used it, so... Yeah, I mean, look at the little wheel on the back of that thing. Just really cute. God, the complete lack of friction is driving me bananas here. Checkpoint, we'll take those all day and possibly even every day. Okay, we do have some iframes, it looks like. Just not a ton. Oh, boo. And yeah, by the way, just a note, I'm sure you all noticed that when we die, the enemies respawn, none of the items do. And we keep everything that we had on us when we were dead. So we retain any ammunition, we retain our multiplier and its current progress. Interesting way of doing it, and I think that was just a health recovery, unfortunately. I was hoping that there would be something in there that would, like, help us deal with that thing. Okay, we took its tail off. Now it's approaching. Good. Yep, passed it, and we didn't die to that thing somehow. That's amazing. Well, I guess that's how you can kill it? Anyway, there's the shield generator for that thing, so... Hooray, I guess I can show you a bonus level. Oh. Excuse me. Oh. He's coming to get me! That guy is most dissatisfied. Alright, so the controls, we just shoot in the direction that we press. And it's just this. Okay, good. We can destroy the warhead's shots. God, that went on for another 30 seconds if I would have been able to. Talk about carpal tunnel simulator. Oh, I'm doing that again. I'm pressing the wrong row of keys. That's the problem. Again, this would be better on a controller, but Blast M is being a little weird with that and confusing me, so... So this, I think, is the level where things really start to get rough. Which is saying a lot because we just had a bit of a time there. with that one weird thing. Getting some interesting noises going on in a little bit of this. I don't remember that ever being an issue. But, like I said, been a very long time since I've truly played this. As for why I decided to play it now, I genuinely have no idea. Like, I just suddenly was like, hey, yeah, you know what would be fun would be Vectorman. And so far, I think I agree with that sentiment, but also, it's only been about 39 minutes. So, yeah. Dang it. I could have jumped for that and it would have been easier, but still. That gave us, that was just a checkpoint, I think. Ooh, the lag. Wow, all that for some points? I'm a fool. I did almost nothing with that shield. Ah! It's okay, I did more with it than I did with the last one, so... Good enough, I suppose? Good enough for government work? Oh god, we have almost no time left. Game, please, I hope you have a time recovery here. Oh, you've got a thing I can fall down. Oh boy, yeah. So here's our boss for the area. Ooh, the sound. What is going on there? That seems off. Can I stop doing that? Okay, so contact actually does damage you. Is it the orbs don't? I am kind of confused right now because like we were okay, no, we're all right. So it's the bottom base does not seem to. Yeah, I told you it was gonna get a lot harder, didn't I? Sorry about the sound. I don't remember it ever sounding like that, but yeah, so what I'm gonna do is, as soon as I start this level here, I'm going to take a damage somehow, if I can, and I'm going to save state. And we're gonna start doing this for the foreseeable future because I'm probably gonna need it. Emulator? Oh god, don't fucking crash on me for doing this. Or I'm going to be very sad. Well, it froze, so, we might be screwed here because of that. That's real good. I mean, to be fair, I probably should be expecting it to not necessarily be the most on the up and up here if it's going to have those sound issues, because that's really not how the game sounds. But also, again, this is because I don't remember what level of, like, continues or anything we get for this. I mean, the other option is that I go and install, like, the Sega Mega Drive collection thing on Steam and do it through that. Yeah, because the emulator is still not responding to this attempt to save a state. So that's good. Why has this thing suddenly become so dysfunctional? This was working absolutely fine the last time I used this. I used this... Oh god, maybe the last time I used this thing was for Sequel Wars, which was quite a while ago, actually. Is there anything in here? Saved on state. So, I mean, that exists. That might be okay. Yeah, so since the emulator appears to have completely crashed, give me a sec here to... Yeah. And if that is indeed the... Oh, I'm going in the wrong folder. If that is indeed a thing that we're kind of without here, I will, I'll figure something out, I guess, for the future. Alright, so we're back at it. And this level, I don't remember whatsoever. I guess we've got this maze thing going on with this weird bamboo mat. And we basically have to frogger our way around without getting fisted too severely. Why would you describe it that... Shut up. I do like the overall visual style of it, though. That's kind of neat. God, this is rough. I would want to continue reset after this anyway, just because. Ooh, dodging these fists over and over, not easy. Like, sometimes you just don't have a ton... Okay, good. We can go into them after they've landed and not take damage. So at least there's that going for us. Never mind, it appears to be variable. Bless them, they were trying a lot of stuff, but I gotta say, as always, that your best bet when you're developing a game is to make sure that you are absolutely, you know, at the top of your stuff with your main mechanic first. And then do the goofy gimmick shit afterwards. Yeah, see, I would assume, by the way, that there is some way to actually, like, read the patterns. Yeah. See, that one time we were able to go into the slammed fist and not take a hit. But only that one time, so I don't know what the deal is. What was I supposed to do, game? And yeah, there's just no continues. All right. Yeah, like I say, wouldn't really be able to handle this too well on console. So I was starting to feel like they were giving me too much, you know, too good of an out here, but you know, never fear, this game will make you suffer eventually. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Fuck you. I feel it's justified to be angry there. There was nothing for me to do. It was either die or die. How we're doing here is this level is giving me the business pretty severely. And yeah, go get yourself some good rest. And yeah, probably as you would expect that, hey, yeah, the gimmick levels are where a lot of the real pain starts to happen, because, yes. Fuck! Stuff like this, by the way, is why pretty much all of those compilation things give you save states for games like this. Because, yes, you practically need it for something like this. This is not at all the level that I thought was here, by the way. I'll say... Oh my god. Ugh. Because, of course, this guy's wrist mace is what killed me there. I thought this was another platforming level, and I didn't remember if there was another, like, gimmick level for a good long while. But yeah, it turns out that here's where our like, gimmick boss is for the second part of proceedings, I guess. You know, kind of like Metalhead, but not as awful. Now, my ultimate question here is going to be, is this just a survival kind of thing? Or what? Also, I kind of want to just reload right now because we're about to be at 0 lives, and there is just no way that I'm going to get out of this without taking at least 4 hits. Because, yeah, the game will just do stuff like that. Because these things just always go exactly where you want them to be, and it's like, hey, yeah, much like any of my experiences with Frogger, really, it's like, hey, you're just barely not fast enough for where you want to go. And then that happened. Oops. That was just bad play on my part, but also, to be fair, how much getting out of there were we actually going to be doing, right? Okay, well, it was fun while it lasted with the AI being like, we're just going to sit still. Also, come on. Like I said, that's a oversensitive keyboard screwing me over moment there, because, like I said, very, very sensitive little device. Fuck. Oh my god. Well. Okay, no, I'm reloading after that moment when I took damage from walking into that part of the hand, because really, it feels like that shouldn't count, because it's not even drawn on, like, more than half the tile. And that's one of the other things that is continuously screwing me up, too, is that, like, this is basically solely tile-based, that it's a grid, and certain parts of the grid are getting slammed, and there's nothing else there. There's no, like, oh, it's only on half a tile, therefore it's on the whole space, and you're screwed for being there. As much as I've loved the game up to this point, this really is the foot being on the other shoe a little bit here, because this is awful. I won't mince words. This is really fucking bad. And yeah, see, something like that, again, the shadow really did kind of make me think that I wasn't gonna get hit there. Like, that time I was safe. Oh god. Oh. I don't have time for your Come on, game! Oh, and the speed of the roller, I'm really noticing now, is practically just random. Like, why is it now going 10? I died at 0 seconds. I'm disgusted. Did I time out or what? It didn't look like I timed out. Okay, no, I can I pressed that button so many times earlier and it didn't do anything! Excuse me, but also, this whole time I thought I couldn't do that because I pressed the shoot button and he didn't shoot. No, I'm reloading. No, 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 no. That's probably like cheating or something in this case of me going like, no, give me back my 5 lives. But also, game, that's your fault. What dog shit. That's all I'm gonna say is that like that, oof. That brings the average down so badly on a game that's otherwise been very good so far. Again, stick to your main idea, game developers. Granted, not a thing I can really, like, say to these guys anymore, obviously, because, hey, they're gone. But also, ugh. Also, hey, we're getting some nastier looking color. So we're getting a little bit of the flavor of the like, hey, yeah, Earth is really toxic, guys. Which I don't think came through a whole lot in many of the earlier stages. Like those water and ice stages were downright beautiful. This place actually looks like a shithole though. And not because of the structure, it's because, hey, the sky is purple. And also because we got attacked by a fire extinguisher in the start. That will lend to a feeling of, to a vibe of hostility in the environs. When you're getting attacked by a fire extinguisher, right? That's not something that you should be scared of. I mean, you should have a healthy fear of fire as a thing. You know, you should be like... You shouldn't like the idea of having to use one, is what I'm saying. But you shouldn't be afraid that it's going to kill you. You know? Yeah, you get it. Oh wow, that's a really short level, actually. I'm almost a little embarrassed I died there. Like, jeez. Okay, this is a level that I was expecting to see a little bit sooner, and I keep doing the thing. Because I remember this place and the green-purple color. I don't remember a lot of the actual content of this level. But I remember that it exists, and yeah. We got more killer fire extinguishers. Nice. less nice as our 5x is running out, but we didn't get a score-based 1-up. Damn. So, are those limited? Are those, like, capped? Or do the requirements increase as you gain 1-ups? Because both those are kind of rude, but one a little more so than the others. Now that's a good shield. I got a lot of work done. Yo! Nice! Good old 3-up pickup there. Oh! Pff. Well, it did say danger! Don't know what I expected. But I didn't expect it to fall on my head, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, game, I need you to give me more health pickups in general here, because I'm coming up on a boss, and that's going to be a little rough. Ooh, it turns into some sort of, like, weird centipede monster thing. And it's got multiple attack patterns. That's interesting. Oh, and they transform into a guy from Balls 3D. Also, by the way, I forgot to save at the beginning of this level, which is real stupid, just in case this is really hard. So, if we have to, quote-unquote, use a continue, as it were, because, obviously, no real continues in this game, we'll be going back to Rock and Roller, and I'll be very, very sad. But I will get over it, probably. Probably. Alright. I got an idea as to at least how some of the attack patterns of the Centipede go. The big man, a little less so. What other forms you got? You got nothing for me to frickin' worry about. Hell yeah. I'm surprised that was actually that easy. I love that little bass riff. That's pretty good. Okay. Pause. Quick save, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and I'm going to do a quick confirmation here that this is actually working correctly. I mean, the time looks correct, and it sent us right back here. Okay, we're good to go. And thinking about it, honestly, I don't think Rock'n'Roller is as bad as I was complaining about it. A large part of that really was just me being very annoyed about the fact that I swear I pressed the shoot button earlier and it didn't go off, so I was stuck there for 5 minutes like, you know, WTF, and just doing it wrong because I didn't realize that you were supposed to actually fight it. So, what do you account for that? I'm feeling like this game actually is like honestly one of the better platformers of the era. And I'm legitimately quite sad that Vectorman did not survive past the 16-bit era. I mean, I have been for a very long time. And there were attempts, by the way, to keep Vectorman going into the PS2 era. There was a PS2 era revival that did not get completed. That looked a little bit different and probably would have relied a lot more on like, you know, hardcore shooting mechanics than the platform, you know, than this one does. Because this one really is about like, hey, can you run and jump good a lot and negotiate with the enemies, whereas something like that would probably be, it would probably end up being a little bit more third-person shootery. Not like Gears of War, because obviously that wasn't quite the style of the time. But it definitely would have been a little bit more conflict heavy, as opposed to the amount of platforming and stuff that we have to do here, with enemies being more like obstacles that you have to negotiate. You know, frequently you negotiate with them by killing them, but I mean, listen, something topical statements. Those fire extinguishers kick the shit out of me for some reason. Like, I have no idea how I'm that bad at dealing with them sometimes, but boy, oh boy, it gets real embarrassing. Oh, this is the jetpack power-up, huh? I'm probably supposed to use that to some end that I couldn't figure out what it was. I think my 5X was still going strong, so I overwrote that way earlier than I needed to. Oh, hey, there's our 1-up. So it must be like doubling the requirements needed every time, right? So the next one is going to be at 640k. Staying alive. Yeah, this is our... Got another gimmick level going on here. Don't know what we need to do here. Do we need to actually kill this dude? Do we need to just like bounce the tornadoes into him? Do we need to just not get hit? Can I damage him? Okay, he does, like, open an area, and I saw him get jostled when he took a damage, so I'm going to assume that this is a thing where we have to actually hit the guy. Yeah, because we just timed out there. Okay, so the tornadoes are just here to annoy us, and otherwise we need to shoot at this laser turret in the face by getting into those passages. Preferably just, like, skate by and land a couple of hits, I guess. Oh, we can jump. That's funny to me. This is gonna be rough. On the other hand, I think this is significantly more legitimate, so... Okay, not so much the 2 damage there. That was quite cruel of whatever agent is out there. Whatever agent of fortune. Haha, it's a Blue Oyster Cult reference. Wow, I have hyperfixations. Jeez! The amount of damage we took there. Anyway, this feels like much more of a legitimately challenging fight than how Rock'n'Roller was just absolute jank. Hey, nice, we managed to avoid taking damage there. Oh, that's way easier than I thought it would be. What the hell? Oh, that's some intense lightning. Oh my god. Lovely game. These graphics are pretty killer. Although that definitely makes me think of that one level in DKC 3. It's a pity that I don't think enemies can drop random 1-ups, because let me tell you, I could use right now. I can use a lot of things, but that would be pretty high up the list. Huh. Shockingly easy level. I wonder what was in that little area over there that I was being gate kept out of. Day 13, Dark Ruins. Oh yeah, that doesn't go through walls. Ah! That's a cool robot. Wow, cool robot. Yeah, it's... Wow, cool robot. I mean... Hi, Tav. I just noticed how long our time limit is. We're gonna need that, aren't we? So, did you stab any of the people that you do 14 raids with yet? Because, like, I got a feeling it has to happen at some point, right? Oh, boo. Clear, you stole the pants. Nice. It's okay, none of them deserve anything from that, so... You done good. That dude was having none of that, so... This is where we last died, I think, right? Yeah. Also, I just realized, when was the last time I remember to save? Was, I think, all the way back in Superstructure. So... That's a very silly thing of me to do. God, the keyboard is making my mic go, by the way. I am noticing that on OBS. I've finally done it. I've turned into one of those obnoxious mechanical keyboard people. And all I had to do was just, like, purchase one once, basically. I've turned into the meme. The meme of the mechanical keyboard. The meme-canical meme board. Yeah, pretty much. Basically. Oh. I probably should have kept that going, because it would have helped me deal with more of these enemies. Ah, well. I'm trying to remember how many levels are in this game, by the way. I think it's 18. Well, whatever. There's fewer now, because we beat one. Actually, that doesn't change. Shut! Shut, 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 shut. I mean, yeah, that's true. Oh god, that means I basically have to, like, stream just PC games now, don't I? We're streaming everything on keyboard, gang. Well, that checkpoint is going to come into use right away. Thank you, possessed. Estados Unidos. Thank you. Thank you, Keith. Ow. I'm getting juggled in. I'm getting juggled downwards. Fantastic. Oh, good. There's a boss here. Nice. That thing has legs. Why is it doing that instead? Oh. Oops. Yeah, this, by the way, is why we now find out that, hey, yeah, I actually did just save, like, eons ago. Yep. This is all the way back. Oops! Well, that's okay. We can replay these a little bit. This is not too bad. Although that sucks, but, let's see if I remember anything out of, like, any of these levels. Except how to get horribly killed in them. I mean, that much is gonna be obvious. Oh, was I not allowed to pick up that shield? Yeah, it didn't let me pick up the shield. That's funny, though. Like, okay, I get it, but also... Man, old platformers can be real harsh, huh? As this level's just like, hey, you're an American, you want every gun known to man, right? As for me, I have no actual opinion on the matter whatsoever. Oh my god, health upgrades do exist, guys. I just got one. I've been thinking that for a while, like, wow, those just plumb don't exist, huh? That's gotta be a thing that's, like, only in the first stage or something. And there's the exit, yeah. Alright. Remember to quick save. Gotta remember to do that before, like, every level. I did that again. Crud. Oh yeah, I have to actually click resume. That one lingers. Darn. Hey, we gained a life out of that. Yay! Alright, this time we're saved before this level, so that's great. Did I just downgrade my multiplier twice in a row? I'm pretty sure I got a 5x out of that thing, and then I fell right into something that dropped me a 3x as soon as it died. Which, you know, real classy move there, game. The other one I could have avoided if I had been remotely smart, but like, yeah, expecting that out of me, you're nuts. Well, I hope you enjoyed Superstructure, but at night for some reason. Ah, yes, a voiceover that sounds like it was recorded via walkie-talkie. Hell yeah. The 16-bit era was a lot of fun. That's all I wanted, game. All right, we're back here. And by back here, I mean almost back here. I mean, save that. Stop doing that thing, me. But this does give me a good time to make sure that, yeah, the timing on that is correct. Okay. Just check the timestamp to make sure that it's not like, hey, it actually didn't work. Because that would be upsetting. And it could happen anyway, so I mean... Yeah, my level of trust is not exactly high here, so... That's a good question. I have no idea when someone would do something like that. Maybe one day. Wow. Again, just the constant amount of these damn mosquitoes just being like, hey, yeah, actually now you're being forced downwards. Have fun. Fuck. I love when the enemy spawns above you off screen and just pushes you down. I do, however, love when the enemy just gives you free Fuck! Wow, okay. Now it's the gun that's being a real jerk. Ugh! Fuck. I opened that again. Sorry. It's the CRAM debugger, according to the emulator. And I keep accidentally touching the key because it's one below where my button that I'm pressing for jumping or shooting is. Jumping, but yeah, it's causing a bit of an issue. I probably should, like, unbind it or something, but I'll get to it eventually. Yeah, I feel like just wait for the port to finish for a Sonic 06 randomizer. All right, so there's surely another, yeah. This weird fish with legs thing. How long do you do that for, buddy? A little too long, really, but didn't hear that from me. I do love all the 3x multipliers these guys give me. So at least those are here to soothe my ailments here. Fucking hell. Yeah, this part is quite bad. This might actually be like the actual worst designed part of the game up to this point. Just because the sheer amount of those dudes who spawn when you're off camera. Spawn off camera from you and hit you, rather. Perhaps I could try explaining it correctly. And then you could get the full depth of why it's terrible. Alright, so now I gotta deal with this little jerk. It really just seems to be like get really far away before you hit him. Yeah, that was not well done on my part. Ugh! Fuck you! Man, come on. These guys feel like the real boss, I'm not gonna lie. But with their just coming out of nowhere. Like, okay, yeah, the mini bosses are not necessarily being super easy, mostly it's because I'm playing badly. Okay, I'm starting to pick it up a little better now. But also that is still like incredibly a mean area to just in general. All right. So I don't know if this thing can be hit multiple times during that attack pattern or not. Well, that worked out not too badly. God, please don't be... Oh, man, there's more. At least they give me 1 HP back for this, I guess, but... Okay, that wasn't so bad. But also, wow, there really was a lot going on there. Sheesh. Ugh. So the fish thing is not that bad. I don't have to jump over it. I just... And yes, I know, save state, but I was hoping that would have some health first, that's all. That did. Yeah, see, we've got these guys going on in the background. Those things, we've got to be getting pretty close to the end, huh? Well, at least we got health back after we took that kind of cheap hit. That was a checkpoint, I believe. Oh, that is a harsh jump, and also kind of mean to make us actually take damage there, it seemed like. It sure seemed like that was the haps. Oh, just points. Well, I guess it's in a safe location, actually, but... There isn't much for me to scout for here, is there? Yeah, so we'll just go down to ground level. Wow, we've been in here a while, by the way. We've used like over half of our 7-minute time limit for this level. Ah, darn it. Okay, we did hit a checkpoint. I was like, we all the way back at the start? But no. Thank goodness. It just feels like it, that's all. Wow, what a jerk. Question is, where am I relative to where I'm going? Well, I suppose where in general is a good question, but also... I'm assuming that I'm going the proper way here? This kind of just feels like I went in a big circle, though. Yeah, because... Probably didn't I? The hell? Yeah, because there's... So is that just a bamboozle? And that's what I died for earlier, man! I'm dumb. Checkpoint's nice, though. And again, with the enemies from off screen, that really does kind of feel like a bit of a thing that there's a little too much of in this game. As I go through this. Again, mostly a fine game otherwise, but boy oh boy, I feel like I've taken so many cheap hits from off camera. Also, holy crap, this level is long. This is a platformer where I feel like we could have had a fair chance of timing out. Sheesh. Yeah, actually, we probably would have. Disgusting. All right, so let's see where we're... Ooh, yeah, this is the final boss, I believe. This twist and shout level. You fight a killer tornado. And I don't 100% know what we have to do here other than just not get murdered by all the flying objects. Do we have to, like, shoot things into... Okay, no, we gotta actually hang out up here and... Yeah, so I am gonna be going back to the previous level after I die here because I forgot to save state. But that's alright. This one's not so bad. Hopefully that... Well, it has a X2. Hopefully we can get some health going here. Fuck. Never mind, there were a few parts of it that I forgot were pretty awful. Excuse me. Wow, where'd all the hit detection on my shots go? Like, that's one of the things that I really don't like about the bolo gun. Yeah, this is the bolo gun, I think. Is that it's like, sure, yeah, it has a plasma beam function. It cuts through enemies. But also, it may not hit them sometimes. Just because of trash hitbox. Like, that part doesn't feel so good. This path looks different. So, yeah, I guess we're going a different path this time. Although I guess these stages are, by and large, like, structured like they are meant to have different paths. That's kind of cool. So where do we go actually here? I think it's just back down. Maybe we lost health to get that, but... All right. I'm a little bit more confident now. Let's go for it. Ooh, yeah, here we go. He did drop a health object, by the way. If I could pick that up, well, I probably should not bother, but we got it in the end anyway after we got comboed for it. I just wish I hadn't taken damage for it in the first place, but, well... These sorts of things can never be made easy for you, right? Ooh, yeah. So just shoot away the objects and make sure they don't hit you. Yeah, like I just got hit by one anyway because I'm dumb, but... Listen. Or perhaps consider not doing that. That's a better option. Mm-hmm. Ah. Damn it. Again, I'm doing the thing where I get hit when I try to get health. This is a little bit... There's a lot of stuff going on here, that's for sure. Just stand in the corner and shoot him, and I guess that seems to work pretty well. Just time it well enough that you don't get hit by his shots. Until he starts to sweep back and forth a little harder. Now, things are getting a little bit rough in that regard. Yeah. He's getting angrier as he goes. Which I get it, but also kind of a pain in the ass. If I had found more health upgrades, this obviously would be significantly easier, but I literally don't know if there's any, even more in the game. There might actually just be that one. And the game's just like, hey, yeah, make sure you get here with as much multiplier as you can. Which would be funny in kind of a really mean way. But hey, it's 90s game dev. Of course they're gonna be mean as fuck, right? As you can tell by the fact that there's no goddamn iframes. Which I've brought up before, but like, ooh, it's really coming out here. Why is this guy a tornado, by the way? Like, I thought the part was that they accidentally wired a nuclear missile into him. Why is he a tornado? Also, I can't tell if I'm getting worse at this or what, because like I'm not even getting to that possible last health phase anymore. That thing looked pretty final when we were seeing it, so that's why I'm saying possible last there, just because it seems like sure the hell could be. God, that position for the state loading, the game really doesn't like that at all, which to me makes it even funnier. So, wow, all right, that's so much just junk in one place. Ugh. Game, I would ask if you minded, but I already know the answer here. The answer is, yeah, of course you do. It's okay, we don't need that life, because we screwed it up really badly, and... There we go, we got him. That should be the end of the game, because we scored... Oh, I was going to say that we didn't score any points for it. Should be kind of fitting for a last level, I feel like. And before there's like a post-final boss or something. Nope, there we go. Warhead is vanquished. The Earth is safe for the return of humanity. Earth has a new hero, Vectorman. Are there even humans left, actually? Well, we did it. And we get to see a cast of characters, which is a thing I don't remember whatsoever. Marge. Legs. Doorman. They all have, like, actual names and stuff. Wow. Well, some of them more normal names than others, but So, that, folks, is Vectorman. Pretty tough game. Yeah, playing this on emulator was 100% the right decision, because there's no way I could have done this in one continue. Even if I understood some of those levels, just in general. So, yeah. Overall, pretty good Aurora Borealis. In this time of year, in this time of the country, located entirely in my kitchen. Wait. Yeah, so once I understood that there were a couple of, like, weird issues with some of the gimmick boss fights. Overall, I think that, yes, this is probably one of the better of the 2D platformers of the era. Not to be like, oh, the 2D platformers of that era were bad, but no, just that this one is very, very good. This is definitely a game worth playing if you like this kind of game. If not, I don't really know that you'll get a whole lot out of it. The running fish was pretty funny, but also it kicked my ass several times. And there he is, with a tornado body for some reason. So, overall... Oh, hey, those guys aren't enemies. Those are the programmers, probably. I didn't fight a single one of them fuckers in the entire game. Quit lying to me. And yeah, here we are. Here are the credits. An interesting thing, so there's a cheat code that you can do, and it's really powerful, but if you use it, the game doesn't give you credits at the end of it. And there's a good reason for this. So, way back in the day, when Vectorman first came out, you know, back on the old Sega Genesis, there was a contest to beat the game. Type in the phrase box art here on Google image search, and I'm looking to see. Yeah, so I'll it's a tiny scan. Is there a better scan on Moby? Let me take a look here. Because, yeah, there was a competition where if you were able to beat this game and you sent in a photograph of the end credits, I believe is what it was. Unfortunately, this is a little small for me to read. Is this in a higher resolution? No. Special thanks to Ed Annunziata for his NFTs. Oh, sorry. This was many years before that. This was back when Ed Annunziata was just a guy who helped make Echo the Dolphin. So, basically the contest was get to the credits, take a picture of it, send it in, you could have a chance to win $25,000. They were really confident that this game was hard as shit. That's all I can say about that. I want to see if there's a good bit of info here about this particular contest thing. Yeah, so wasn't released in Japan for several years, didn't even come out on the console at the time. Just crack this open and see if there's anything to pick up about this. If this says anything to do with that contest. Because I wanted to know if a winner was actually found for that contest. And, like, if they got their prize or anything. You know, like anything like Kurt Zisser or anything like that. But, yeah, no, that's the front cover. The back cover, the text is a little too small. And it said the stuff on the back cover. So, yeah. This is the plot of Wall-E. You're correct, actually, come to think of it. There's a lot of things that are and have been like that. So, yeah, tragically, it does not appear that I've been able to find real information about the contest, but that's why there was no, like, credit sequence at the end if you cheated. Other than any of the usual stuff, it was for a very specific reason. It was to keep people obeying the rules of a reasonably big-looking contest that they had set up around this. And I know that in the greater scheme, 25K is probably not, like, huge, but compared to something like that for the time, I think that would have been a bit of a shocker for a video game. It would have been considered a little bit audacious, you know? Anyway. I may as well drop in here real quick, and I will show off the cheat because I do remember it. I'm not going to do a full, like, blitz through the game using the cheat. I was thinking about it. Maybe I'll throw that in as an extra somewhere on my actual console. To just be like, hey, yeah, look at it. I do actually own this game on console, I swear. I wasn't lying to you. Anyway, you press start to pause. C, A, left, left, A, C, A, B. And Vectorman turns around. You pause and you turn into an arrow. You can deal collision damage at times, which does not work on bosses, by the way. But yes, call a cab. I'm not sure what the significance of CALL is, but I know about all cops being bastards. Oh, sorry. No, the joke is because you can just transport yourself to the end of a level, so you call a cab. I'm doing the thing where I start trying to actually type in the actual letters on the keyboard. Like some kind of goon. I'm trapped. Oh no! That's okay. We were done anyway.